Shaking folks, back with another reaction and back with some more Duran Duran. And we're continuing through Danse Macabre 2023, and indeed I'm going to do two reactions tonight, meaning the next one is going to be Secret October 31st, meaning when I post this it will be on the day of the track. So in any case, we listened to Supernature, which I didn't know going into this, but apparently this is another cover, and it's a cover by a French artist called Cerrone. I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. I do not know this artist, but I did look around online a bit, and what I saw is that this tune was a major hit in what is like referred to as dystopian disco. Apparently it has a menacing vibe, and it gets more menacing over time. But knowing that it's in some sense under the disco umbrella, my expectation is that it'll have a dance floor groove, even if it is dissonant and wicked along the way. So with that in mind, knowing that, Duran is going to take something that will fit within the, spirit world, departed souls on All Hallows Eve theme of the album, I would expect it to have perhaps a bit of menace or at least otherworldly feel. So it seems like a good fit just based on what I read about the track. So let's listen. This is Duran Duran and their cover of Supernature, a track originally by a French artist apparently called Cerrone. Definitely a danceable groove straight away. Definitely like a classic horror sort of deal. Oh. I like the little squiggle of that.
Science opened every door. You would feed the hungry fields till they couldn't make no more. But the potions that we made touched the creatures down below. And they grew up in a way that we've never seen before. Supernature.
It does feel a bit like dark and dangerous disco. Hey, Simon.
Cause they change their way of life, and they take their sweet revenge as they trample through the night. For 100 miles or more, you can hear.
Oh, I like this a lot.
But there's nothing you can do. Even God is on their side. Supernature. Supernature.
Yeah, it's a winner.
Supernature. 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 You can run the monsters made. We must pray Supernature.
The lyrics sound like they could be more serious, but they certainly fit with the you can't escape, the horror. This is the end.
Supernature.
I like it a lot, which is funny. Again, going into the reactions that I now do as part of my essentially daily life, maybe 5 days a week, disco's never a genre that I've spent much time listening to or known a whole lot about. Sure, a couple, big hits by the Bee Gees and some others perhaps, but it's never been a genre I've known a lot about. But going through some work, Giorgio Moroder, as well as obviously some more Bee Gees that I hadn't heard before, some ABBA. Yeah, it's a genre that I've learned a little bit more about, and I've come to think that there are aspects of disco that fit very nicely into the other dance music styles that I became very fond of in my teen years and onward. And obviously disco came before those. So again, I feel like I've come to have an appreciation for disco, not only like sonically, but also understanding a bit more clearly, a bit more directly, some of the heritage of dance floor based music in later decades. So yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed the groove of this one. It wasn't terribly like menacing or intense, but it definitely had a bit of a dark and maybe mischievous sort of feel to it, which again seems to fit perfectly. And as I said, some of the lyrics felt like in the original maybe it could have, it's about like society and people, and it felt like it could be more serious. But here, again, lines like "you can't escape" and so on, it really fits into that horror. Like if you're facing your mortality and if you're gonna get on the night boat, then it's like you can't do anything about it. We are mortal beings, and inevitably, we will all have to face our mortality. So it felt like those lines fit perfectly in what the album is doing overall. So again, a good choice of a cover, it seems to me. At some point, I'd like to hear the original and just get a sense for what I read about and also how it will be different here. So perhaps at some point we can do that. The next tune in the playlist is Danse Macabre. I obviously reacted to that first of all these tunes before the album came out. Once again, shout out to Adam. But we're going to skip next to Secret October 31st. So I'm looking forward to that. As I said before, it was one of the first reactions I did for Duran. I think I had maybe done Hungry Like the Wolf and Rio first, just because I had found that album in my records. And then once those reactions started to get some interaction from, I think, Izzy and some others immediately, I dug through and found like, oh, I have a couple more Duran records. So ultimately, looking forward to hearing it. I suppose I'll talk about it in more detail in that reaction, but shout out to Izzy World once again for sending me an interview with Nick where he talks a little bit about the creation of the original Secret October and therefore, how it is different now. So we'll revisit that in the next video. Do let me know what you think of this. I will see you next time. Peace.